shield to protect those who are vulnerable, because no one is above the law, including this illegitimate president. And so, I look forward to going into the office of Attorney General every day, suing him, defending your rights, and then going home.
This video is brought to you by Birch Gold, Inflation is real. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't care what these lame liberals try to tell you. It's real. The recession is real. If you have all your money tied up in the market or in USD, you may need to consider. But it's not too late for you to take action. Birch Gold can help you with that. Go to birchgold.com/Brandon, and they'll send you a free information kit on how to diversify and protect your savings with precious metals. With an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and countless 5-star reviews and thousands of satisfied customers, secure your future with gold with Birch Gold today. Go to birchgold.com/Brandon and get real help from Birch Gold today. Again, check out birchgold.com/Brandon to claim your no obligation information kit on how to protect your hard-earned savings with gold. Like and subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell so you get notifications anytime I go live and make a video. Make sure you still subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Let's get into this.
I don't even know how these people stay in business. How could the Attorney General in New York sue the Trump administration? Let me quote something that she said. She said, Mr. Trump and the Trump organization repeatedly and persistently manipulated the value of assets to induce banks to lend money to the Trump organization on more favorable terms than would otherwise have been available to the company. James said, I think this is, let me see if that's her. Yeah, it is, that knucklehead. And it says to pay lower taxes, to satisfy continuing loan guarantees, to induce insurance companies to provide insurance coverage for higher limits and a lower premium. Now, if you ask me, it sounds like a good business strategy for you to convince them that your net worth is high if you have to use certain measures to do so, and you can still be accurate at the same time. You can count this, count that, use this. It's called negotiation. And what the Attorney General is pretty much saying is that the banks are too stupid to do their own investigation, as if they don't do any investigation in the people they give loans to. Like, they're just going to give you a loan because you're Donald Trump. And if they're going to give you a loan because you're Donald Trump, then they're going to do it no matter what you say to them. So they're just going to give you a loan because they just feel like it. And they don't do no due diligence. You don't have to show any proof. You can go to a bank and say, my net worth is $2 billion. Oh, okay, Mr. Tatum. We believe you. No, you got to show proof to some degree, and they have to evaluate your proof before they give you millions of dollars of loans. But these people are so political. Now, I know for a fact, I was looking at this earlier, that we have a clip of this lady literally being biased. Let me play her clip, and then we'll go from there. Clip 3, roll the clip.
As part of his efforts to generate profits for himself, his family, and his company. The complaint demonstrates that Donald Trump falsely inflated his net worth by billions of dollars.
All right, that's enough of that Bush head. Let's go to clip 4, because clip 4 is a flashback of how she has been politically biased against Trump this entire time. Roll the clip.
As the next Attorney General, I see the law as a sword and as a shield to protect those who are vulnerable, because no one is above the law, including this illegitimate president. And so, I look forward to going into the office of Attorney General every day, suing him, defending your rights, and then going home.
Now, have you heard of something called a conflict of interest? You think about this for a minute. I don't even know how these people still have a job after this. You campaign on being the Attorney General. You're saying before you ever get into office that your plan is to sue Donald Trump. You haven't done any investigations. You don't have any information that he's done any crimes. But your goal is to get into office and sue Donald Trump. So to me, that means you got in the office for the sole reason to manipulate whatever you can to sue a person for a crime that you don't know that they committed because of political bias. And you guys got to understand this. She could have did this. She could have did this before. I think she was elected in 2020. She could have done this 2 years ago. She could have done this before. But they wait to the midterms. Now, you know it's not going to go anywhere. She knows better. Everybody else knows better. I don't think any judge in their right mind will be satisfied with the conflict of interest that clearly has occurred here, her being politically biased against Donald Trump and then going after him later on when she gets elected. However, what she do know is that this will make headlines. People are going to talk about it. The people on the left are going to talk about it as if she has merit. They're going to talk about it as if this is another case where Donald Trump's family is getting sued, and they're going to go to jail for real this time. You know, all of these things are political measures that are being taken in front of plain sight. We can see it. There's no question. There's no ambiguity. We can clearly see that they're making a political claim here, or they're making political posture, or taking political postures in order to hurt a political candidate that's running against the current administration. You can't say that that's not happening. Donald Trump ain't been the president since 2020. I think she was campaigning in 2020. She did nothing. The FBI investigating about the National Archive. Trump ain't been in office since 2020. Y'all wait 2 years later, during the midterms, what 8 weeks, 9 weeks before the midterms? They probably a little longer when they first raided his house. But y'all want to go right before the midterms? Just to do this? To try to get the momentum against Donald Trump. That's all that is. And the people that are listening, the people that are watching can see this as clear as the noonday sun. And for the life of me, I don't understand how when they get found out, how they are not held accountable. When they are found out, they are not held accountable. And it just baffles me at the behaviors of these leftists. You know, another headline says House Democrats shield Hunter Biden from corruption probe despite national security concerns. So they can, Attorney General of New York can go and look at Trump and try to sue him for some frivolous claims, but nobody's investigating Hunter Biden. We saw the video. I know some of y'all did. I saw the pictures. I saw the videos that were supposed to be confiscated on his laptop. I seen it on the internet somewhere. It is atrocious that they are turning a blind eye and won't even report. The FBI lied and said there was no merit there, and this was political disinformation, Russian interference. And we know and we saw with our own two eyes that it was more than that. They won't even investigate. They won't even talk about it. But a president from 2 years ago, they're willing to put together resources and money to combat that.